Ladies and gentlemen.
Why does it bother black women when black men date white women?
I feel like when it come down to white women and black women, just from experience and talking to my white friends, the white women have the upper hand when it comes to relationships right now. Because every time I talk to one of my friends, I don't care if he living in a shack when he first started going with this lady. 5 years later, they either own the shack and the land and building it into an empire, or she done spoke up on this man and built this confidence up so high, no matter what's been going on, she ain't left his side, she ain't downgraded him, she only want to see him grow because she know with him growing, she's growing. And you don't never really hear about the masculine white women. You never really hear about them being real masculine with their man. They still feminine, they still soft, they still nurturing, they still caring. And I'm not saying that the black women aren't like that, because there's a lot of black women out here like that. Absolutely. And I don't see a problem with a strong black woman. I don't see a problem with a strong black woman, but nowadays, the black woman is being raised that she can do it on her own, or to depend on government assistance, or you don't need that man, you don't need that nigga. She listening to her single friends and leaving what she done built over here for something new. They want a finished product already. They don't want to go through the struggle. They don't want to go through the building. They don't want to go through the come up. They don't want to go through the process it takes to get to that level of man that they want. You can't always try to go after a high value man, you know what I'm saying? And I think white women, they will take what they get, what they fall in love with. It's not so much about the money with white women, you know what I'm saying? We see the gold diggers. We know they got their side of gold diggers. The black people got their side of gold diggers. But I'm just talking from experience, man. I've seen the white woman grow with their people, man. And all my white friends, they still with the same girls, no matter if they been cheating or, you know, they can't really get along, shit like that. And they always gaining. It look like my white friends are always gaining. They started off in a trailer park, now they in a mansion. They started off couldn't grab with a put on mode, now they got $1 million business. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like that white woman will speak their man up on it and push him towards his goals and shit like that. And it's hard to find that on the black side, because I've been in a couple of relationships where I wanted to build, where I wanted to stay, where I wanted to be with the person, and you know, it's just hard to do. It's just hard to do. I don't know why. It's just like that. But white women really got the advantage right now, if you ask me.
Welcome back to the Millionaire Trap Show. Tonight ain't hype. Tonight gets real. Tonight we stepping into uncomfortable territory, but grown conversations live here. Why does it bother some black women when they see black men with white women? Not all, some. Let's talk about it.
The reason why black guys date white women, you ain't gonna fucking pay rent when you live with them. They feel so guilty about all the shit that happened to black people. That's why they don't charge you rent when you live with them. You can pay a white girl rent and dick. I'm gonna give you $3,500 worth of this dick every month down to clear the water, lights, everything. Black women come to your goddamn job looking for your check. You working. Shanini is outside in the park. Who the fuck? She in the parking lot waiting on the check. Can I get the fuck off work first? That's another.
Anybody get emotional? This ain't bashing black women. This ain't worshiping white women. Calm down. This about understanding reactions, pain, and perception.
Female hit me up in the DM and they asked me, why is it that successful black men always date white women or oriental women when they get some money? Well, I'm gonna attempt to answer this the best way I know how, just by keeping it all the way 1,000. See, a lot of times when men get some money, black men to be exact, they want a woman that's gonna be submissive, that's gonna actually do what they say, and a woman that's gonna just be there to support every decision they make. Asian women, white women are very subtle, very submissive, very easy to deal with. They haven't came up the way black women have came up. And a lot of times when you're dealing with black women, you know, you're gonna deal with some kickback. They not just gonna do whatever the fuck you say just because you making the bread and butter. When a man get power and when he feels like he's on top of his game, he's on top of the world, and he got some money, you can't tell him nothing. His ego's to the roof. The white woman might deal with that type of shit because she just happy to have a black man. She feel like she got her a token nigga. So she's gonna follow his lead and do whatever he says. Cause they just happy to have a black man by their side. Black women, they've been dealing with our bullshit for years. So when we get some money and we start to act a certain type of way and be demanding, they not gonna put up with that bullshit. That's why it's always that combative type of relationship with the black man and the black woman, man. The black man been suppressed all his life. The black woman has been suppressed all her life. It's passed down to their generation and their bloodline. We don't want to feel oppressed in our relationship. Instead of him trying to figure out and deal with the black woman and communicate with her on a certain level, he say forget that and get him a white woman and keep it moving. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. It is what it is. They grown ass adults. They can do what they please.
History and collective trauma. Historically, black men and black women were both oppressed, but in different ways.
Black men date white women, in your opinion. Just be honest. Is it because they're more easy?
Let
and
them
I say
no,
that.
man, how you gonna say they more easy?
I'm asking. I say quote unquote.
It's a lot of different reasons.
Okay.
I think this is just my opinion.
Okay.
Right, no doubt.
These
no
just
doubt.
like my observations and the things that I've seen.
what you
Okay.
experience.
White women make themselves more available.
In what ways?
They be around. They show up. They know where the athletes gonna be at.
I have heard
They
that.
pop. And then with the athletes and all that shit, like you got to keep in mind, it's like tiers to the like college and then like the professional and shit like that. They hang around they
that.
linger.
That's what
They'll
Too
sit there,
Short said
They'll watch
yesterday.
you strike out all night and it don't affect your chances with them or nothing. They want to be down. So they make themselves more available to the shit as opposed to playing hard to get, act like you don't know this motherfucker. They be knowing. They know the stats.
For a long
But
time,
I'm gonna say-
black women felt overlooked, undervalued, and underprotected, even by their own men.
I think black women get upset when they see a black man date and or marry a white woman.
Black women, they speak their mind, and we tell you when we're gonna accept and when we're not gonna
Much of their
accept from
mind.
you.
It is.
Period. And a white woman is not gonna tell you what you should do, and what you should not do, and they're not gonna put their foot down, and they're not gonna tell you, hey, I want you to do this, and I want you to do that, and you're not, and they're not gonna speak on that shit because you know why? Because they're white.
If you just look at the logical entailment of all the things that you said, he chooses the white woman because the black woman is too hard to handle. Seems like he wants something that's easier to handle.
To sum it all
so
up.
then my question for you is, why would a black man want to handle any woman?
Facts. Wow.
Let's just reverse it real quick. Hypothetically, you've been living together with this man, but let's say you're the breadwinner. But when you went home to him, he was combative and nagging and being annoying to you. Would you like that?
No.
Oh, you wouldn't even choose that. So who's at fault for black men not choosing black women? We would have to say that the black women are at fault because they're not changing their behavior and getting on the black man's program, but the white woman is.
So when black men chooses outside of race, it don't feel like preference. Sometimes it feel like abandonment.
Ladies, you wanna know why our black men be choosing these white bitches? I'm motherfucking tell you. See, black women, we don't let men be men. We try to force what we believe he should be on him. Then we when he wanna be his own motherfucking man. We place restrictions on our love, our sex, our just everything that we are to him. We got restrictions on. Then we quick to say, go get you a white bitch then. And then he go get him a white bitch.
That hits me in the chest.
It hit you in the chest?
Yes, it did, because it's sad. Because they're not saying, I think white women are beautiful. They're not saying, I have a preference for white women. They're saying that in rebuttal to this conversation because they're tired of the black woman that won't go to the gym. They're tired of the black woman that doesn't have a hot meal ready when he comes home from work. They're tired of shit like that. So they say, you know what? Where can I go now? What can I do now? Because every black woman I encounter got that attitude. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't got to. Girl, I don't got to cook. You doing too much. That's the attitude that have us by ourselves. And I think that's a cop-out too. You by yourself because don't nobody want you. And
Then let it snow then.
Omar, perception versus reality.
Crucify us for dating white women when they know that we mostly date black men.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Black women. Pause.
Women do not ever.
It's
look
like they're
at
starting
the-
a war.
They don't look at the stats. You know what it is? The men that they want.
Oh.
The men that they want.
Oh, talk to him.
Are dating the white women.
Talk to him.
Why? Less stress. They probably went through a lot of black women and said that I'm tired of this shit, and then went to the white women and seen that, damn, it's really this easy.
Oh yeah.
Why does it matter to you? If we talking about racist this, racist that, y'all the most racist, bro. If we being honest, why does another man dating a white woman bother you so much? Instead of worrying about your own life, the reason why you're not wifeable, figure that out. You don't want to fix yourself, so you go ahead and blame something else.
Some black women see it as you didn't build with us, but you run to them. And some black men see it as I'm choosing peace over color.
I'll tell you exactly why a lot of black men choose to date white women. Again, I personally don't date white women, but I understand why black men do. My mom is black, both my grannies are black. I love black women. White women don't judge black men the way that black women judge black men. In my experience growing up pursuing black women, I was never black enough. I was too light skinned for this, I was too light skinned for that, I wasn't black enough for this, I wasn't black enough for that. Like, black women have a blackness scale that they evaluate you with. And white women don't give a damn. White women will honor and cherish you exactly how you come.
Okay.
They have no issue being submissive. They have no issue catering to you and doing exactly what you want, even without you asking. And with a lot of black women, it's a struggle to get what you want. And before anybody says white women are just easy, no, white women know how to be in a relationship. Right. Because you talk about wanting a man so bad, but you don't know what the man wants. You just know what you want. White women know what the man wants, and they give it to him. No hezzy. So a lot of
Social media pour gasoline on this situation, on this subject.
This is a shout out to all the white girls who date black men that stay true to themselves. Ain't out here trying to be anybody else, just being exactly who the freak they want to be, okay? Just being exactly who they are and being the best snow bunny that you can ever be. Snow bunnies forever.
Men online disrespecting black women while praising white women. White women, women online, period, shaming men for dating outside their race. And now everybody bleeding from internet wounds.
These athletes, they just decide to date white women.
Cause when you get that rich, the white woman don't focus on
certified snitch.
Yeah, she go get all the money and affairs and all to make sure the businesses run smooth. Go get the charity. And the black woman be squabbling with you about you. White woman go open charities up, start doing book clubs and read. Making sure she picked a accountant and financial advisor, and the black one about they call it. Who is that? The black woman, homie, she'll trip anywhere. He'll start not wanting to do business with you because your woman will catch attitude in front of his woman and wife, and everybody about business be looking at your woman crazy because she in her feelings. Everybody else trying to have a good time, they go get in their feelings. Everybody else trying to conduct business, handle business. Be so that's why you see all the white bra unless they been with the woman like Snoop Dogg, Denzel, that's why.
Let me say this clear. A man dating a white woman ain't betraying black women. And a black woman being uncomfortable with it ain't hate. Sometimes it's hurt.
But I'm gonna tell it. Sometimes the reason black men date white women is simply because they are compatible. They align with one another. Because not every black man is dating a white woman because they're running from some type of trauma. And not every white woman is a fetish, is a status symbol. No, it's just that their energy connects, their spirituality connects, and everything is or everything is falling in place for them. There are some people that just align, beyond skin.
Black men gotta stop disrespecting black women while dating outside their race. As black women gotta stop shaming black men for loving who loves them back.
I used to date nothing but white girls in high school. Tommy. Because I remember being told I was blackest and ugly by black girls. So then when I dated the white girls, you know what they told me? I was a sellout for dating the white girls. But hold on, the white girl told me my skin color was pretty, it looked like chocolate to her. To you, it was ugly and it looked dirty. And you black like me. Then I got to college. I said, okay, I found black women attractive. There was a whole lot of them downtown Atlanta. So I remember walking up to this black girl who was walking at little 5 Points. I walked behind her and I said, excuse me, miss, because I thought I could talk to black girls the way I talk to white girls. Be really nice and friendly and cordial to them. I said, excuse me, miss. She didn't say anything. I thought, she must couldn't hear me. I said, excuse me, miss. She stopped, turned around and did me like this. I know you didn't, and walked off.
The real enemy ain't interracial dating. It's unresolved trauma. When people heal, they stop taking other people's relationships personally.